people got recommended.
Two
So
out of eight.
yes,
That's
sir.
a good ratio.
Yes, sir.
So congratulations, and finally moving to OTA. How is the
Yes.
feeling?
So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
Since I'm from a proper civilian background, I have like a zero idea about what will happen inside.
Okay.
So pretty excited about the new things I'll encounter, sir.
So Yashash, thank you so much for your time, and please tell something about your journey, about your education. How did you land up in finally, qualifying the OT? So how was this journey of SSB also? How many attempts and things like that?
Sir, it's been a pretty long journey, like 6-year-old journey.
Six
So
year
it's
old journey started from India or what?
it's India, sir. So
Okay.
it's like total 5 attempts. So
Hmm.
four conferences out. Like I attempted India once.
Hmm.
2018, I got screened out then.
Hmm.
And after that, I didn't attempt for India because after my 12th, I got into NIT Surat. So I completed my BTech there in civil engineering.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, I was trying. My whole goal was to either get into civil services or defense services.
Hmm.
Trying both of those parallelly, and after that, I gave three more attempts in AFCAT attempts. Didn't got conferenced out, and finally I got like the first army SSB went and I got recommended. So yeah,
Why first Army SSB? NDA you went for what? Air Force only.
Air Force only, sir. Like I've been going for Air Force SSB for a long time.
See, Air Force is your main.
So I wanted to get into flying, so that was like my goal. But after the age limit is done, I'm like I'll go get into anything. It's fine.
Okay. So you're from which place and how has
Sir,
been your education?
yes, sir. So I'm from Mysore, Karnataka.
Huh?
So my schooling was completed here in Mysore itself. So
Hmm.
I completed my schooling till 10th in VVS Pandit Nehru High School, Vijayawardaka. I scored a 97.28% in 10th, and
Oh my
after
God, 97.28.
yes, sir.
That's
And
that's unimaginable for a person like me.
so,
Okay, and
after that, I completed my 12th in BJS PU College, and I scored
that
87.
is the Karnataka government board.
Yeah, it's a state board, sir.
Hmm.
State board, we call it pre-university college.
Hmm.
I got a percentage of 87. Meanwhile, I qualified JEE mains, and I got into NIT and completed my BTech in NIT.
Okay. So 6 years old journey and five SSPs.
Yes, sir.
So what happened through that first time when you got conferenced out? Second time, what all changes did you make? And how did you finally made it to the recommendation?
Sir, first attempt it was in 2018 India. So I had watched a documentary in National Geography because I didn't know anything about India or any armed forces as such.
Which documentary is that?
In National Geography, there's a documentary about India
A
cadets.
documentary about NDA. Okay.
India. Yes, sir. So I watched that and I was like, it was in 2015 or 16.
Hmm.
So I want to get into India. So after that, I started preparing for NTA, and
Hmm.
I cleared it in my first attempt. So I thought I didn't know anything about the interview process. I thought the main exam is the difficult part. Once I
Hmm.
clear that, obviously they'll take me. And I was in that naive mindset.
You
So
didn't
after,
read about it or you didn't check any YouTube videos or something.
sir, yeah, back in 2018, internet was pretty new in India.
Hmm.
Like since Jio had just come like a year or so back, so I there was not much material available. So I was pretty blind to what will happen. So I went there, and during screening process, everyone started shouting
No,
like at
no,
me.
no one in your family also knew about NDA. No one,
No, sir.
friend circle,
No, sir.
school, college,
No, sir.
anywhere, nowhere.
No, nowhere.
How is it
Like
possible? You're from
like
Mysore.
Mysore, sir.
Mysore, there is a Air Force selection board.
Yes, sir. I didn't know there's no civil like even my father when I was going to my Bangalore license which I got recommended here. He was like, "Why are you wasting your time? Instead of that, I'd gotten a bank job by then. Like, why don't you just go? Why are you wasting your time?" So
You get
they're
what?
like,
You got what?
I'd gotten a bank job in Central Bank of India as a probationary officer.
Oh, you. Acha, हाँ, yes, yes, I remember. So
Yes,
you
sir.
left that PO job.
Like I didn't join it, like because so
That means you left it.
yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Is it a
So
good decision?
financially it doesn't make sense, but overall in career
Finally, what
perspective,
makes sense? Central bank or army?
for me this feels like a bigger job for me personally.
Mhm.
Uh,
See,
but
financially, you said it doesn't make sense. What does it
because
mean?
they get cheap loans, sir, like very
Oh,
cheap loans.
loans.
Except
I,
for that.
I jam off army officer versus bank PO. There is no comparison.
Even when I was going, like in my father was like,
Just for the knowledge, my own knowledge, and for
sir,
everyone. Just for my own knowledge and for everyone who might be listening.
uh,
How much is the package that a central bank, a bank PO gets? How much is the package?
starting it's like 75,000 per month, but the thing is,
75,000 per month, and in armed forces you get about 1 lakh a month.
yes sir, but after like your probation, you'll get like 2 lakhs of worth of furniture, and you'll get 8 lakhs of overdraft, and every month you'll get festival bonus. So like
So they
like I was
more into giving you the loan only. Yeah? The
yes,
bank
sir,
is
I was
great.
like since it's very cheap loans, if I invest that money in mutual fund, I'll make much more returns. I was thinking like that since I handle finances in at my home, so I knew like how money works.
Since
So I
since
was
we are, since we are talking about bank, let's cover this part also. How
yes
did
sir,
you prepare for bank PO? Because I would like my students or anybody who is to have a plan B. And that
yes sir,
plan B, one of the plan Bs which I recommend is banking. So
yes sir.
how did you go about it, and what strategy did you adopt? And how will you recommend to other people? What should they do?
So, sir, before that, I need to tell like how where I come from because my GK background was pretty strong since I was already preparing for civil services.
Your GK was strong. Okay, GK.
Strong and
What does it mean, GK?
like general awareness related to banking and economy. That was I had already covered that, and my English was pretty good.
In bank PO, there is a
Yes, sir.
separate section
In
for
bank there are four
economics.
sections:
Hmm.
quantitative and reasoning ability, and English and GK. Since I had already
So
covered two
when
parts,
do you become eligible to give bank PO? After 20 or 21?
so after completing my degree, like you need to have a degree, sir. Like
So once you get the degree, then only you cannot give it while appearing.
while appearing, you can, sir. Yes,
And I'm sorry, but I want people to know. In fact, I'm also learning.
yes,
So one is that you can give it appearing. You need not
yes,
to have the degree, but you should be having the degree.
yes, sir.
Second thing is 4 subjects. You said quantitative.
Reasoning,
Is it quantitative is also part of CDS?
uh, CDS in math it
Half
might help.
half
AFCAT, yeah, AFCAT it
half
definitely helps, sir. Yes, sir.
reasoning.
Reasoning and GK, English and GK, sir.
What do you mean by GK?
General knowledge in bank, it's more of finance and banking and economy, macroeconomics. It goes to into that field. It's very niche, but you'll get an 80-page booklet. So if you read that, you'll cover everything, sir. Most of the stuff.
Where do you get this booklet from?
Sir, if you get resources online, sir, there are plenty of resources.
Did you join some course?
No, sir, like I
You
self-study.
prepared it, and how much time did you give for preparation?
Sir, 1.5, 2 months I cracked it, sir.
2 months me you cracked bank PO.
Yes, sir.
After that, was there some interview also?
Sir, preliminary exam I cracked it in 1.5, 2 months. After that, you get another month, 1.5 month break. After that, mains. After cleared mains also, and after that, interview. Interview was in February 27th this year. So after I cleared that, I'd also taken coaching from you. So after that, I had two SSB attempts left. So not left, I had many more, but two attempts I gave. One I was like before conference out, they made me wait for 5 6 minutes, but I was conferenced out. But I knew like I was going the right direction because they made me wait for a while. And after that, in April 25th, I got recommended. So
Yeah, I remember after we associated, first one you could not make it. Am I correct?
yes, sir, they made me wait for 5 6 minutes. Like I knew my
After
group
then,
was
I,
good.
then only I told you कि it's in the good direction. Just
Yes, sir.
maintain that pitch.
Yes, sir.
Great, great. So how did you? Since I'm opening the topic as
Yes, sir.
you are opening, so how did you come across about my classes, and how was your experience there?
Yes, sir. So about your classes, I watched a YouTube video.
Uh,
So for me, the first thought was like, even if I don't get recommended, at least I'll know the process in and out properly. So I went in with that mindset because whatever it might be bank exam, JEE, CDS, AFCAT. For me, like I need to prepare well. At least I need to know the subjects really well. I did because I made a mistake in my first NDA experience that I didn't have any experience. I just went blindly, so I didn't want to repeat that. So after that, I took your guidance and it really helped me. So yes, sir. So I would be one of the main reasons why I got recommended. Sir.
Thank you so much. Before that, did you also take guidance without taking the name? Did
No,
you
sir.
take? No.
I did, sir. No, sir.
So this is very interesting chapter that you opened about uh, banking and leaving that for defense services. So that's amazing. You also spoke to me last time when we were talking about preparation for GK, and you recommended certain ways and means. What were those?
Sir, the basics is always newspaper.
Hmm.
It's about what you read and how much you read because Hindu paper is pretty thick. You don't have to read everything. You can skip local news, politics, and just focus on in CDS and especially in CDS you get more of economic news, new questions related to sensex, forest, ecology, and history. So you can cover that's the basic part. Reading the newspaper. I've been reading newspaper since I was in second standard, so it's a really old habit. So you can start from there. And for CDS, sir, the paper is has become little tough. So you'll have to prepare it like you're preparing for civil services exam now. You have to read Indian polity throughout, like you have to know Indian polity really well, and Indian constitution, Indian polity, and you have to know history, and you have to brush up your 11th and 12th physics, chemistry textbooks. So most of the exams, which it might be JEE, whatever exams have written till now, the first part which starts is pattern recognition. If there's exam which has MCQ question, there's always pattern where you have to go through old question papers, see the pattern like what kind of questions they're asking, and then you map out the
But
syllabus.
does it work? Sometimes the pattern might change.
So that's a very rare case,
Hmm.
like but it usually works. So first look at the type of questions they're asking, then you work backwards. So you go for old question papers, and then you start preparing the material, and then you keep giving mock tests and keep brushing up again and again, and then it will get better. For CDS, for my strategy was it was 40 plus 70. 40 I'll score in GK and 70 I'll score in English. So that was my goal, and I got 110 marks right in this CDS. So that was my goal because my English was strong. So for others, English might be weak, but then they have to work hard for GK. So you'll have to prepare accordingly. And AFCAT is comparatively pretty easy exam. So anyone, if they give like 2 3 weeks time at least, they can crack if their English is good. English is the minimum requirement for all the exams.
Great.
So this is the strategy, sir. For any MCQ based exams, this is the strategy.
And uh, you did BTech in civil from a very good college, I'd say. NIT Surat
Yes,
is one of the best. What was the idea behind civil?
sir. That's the branch I got for my rank.
That's it. For your
That's it.
rank, you got that and you did that.
Yes,
What did you think after graduation? What will be the plan?
sir. I didn't even attend for placements. Like I didn't attend because my goal was
You
civil
did opt
services.
only for placements?
No, sir. No, sir.
Was there some placement for civil?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everyone goes for IT sectors. Like it was. I graduated in 2022, so it was in the backdrop of COVID. So we had a really good placement season. On an average, everyone was getting 8 9 lakh per annum
But you
package.
did opt only.
I didn't opt only, sir.
So for 2 years, what were you doing? Only
So
giving
for
exams?
first year I gave time for civil services and defense services properly,
Hmm.
and that didn't happen. So 2023, my parents were like, now you have to work. So instead of I didn't want to
Your
get
parents
my
said you'll have to work means what?
like get out of the house, like basically that was
Okay.
it.
Is it?
Yeah, we gave you 1 year time, you didn't do anything. Like
Your
if you want
father
to
is
study, you can.
very strict or what?
Non-strict,
But he's
he didn't
practical. I'll
completely
say he's
believe in.
practical. I think he's.
Like he didn't completely believe in me. Like my sister stood as a really good support throughout.
Yeah, I forgot last time you were telling me your sister. What is she doing?
Sir, she's working in Ernst and Young, sir. She's an engineer.
Yeah, I understand.
So she
She
has
seems
been
on a
really
very good
supportive.
package. I understand.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What is the package? If you don't mind telling.
Sir, right now she's earning around 80K per month, sir. 80,000 per month.
So that didn't impress you, that corporate life, what your sister was doing.
No, sir.
Why?
So,
What's wrong with that?
sir, I think it would be pretty mundane and I would get bored. So
Hmm.
that was. So after that, I didn't want to get my resume done and start applying online because I had to learn coding and everything. So instead of that, I was like, I'd rather write banking exam because I don't have to go and sit in front of others applying and everything. So
Okay.
that's how I gave 1.5 month time for myself and cleared prelims and then mains and then interview.
That is very interesting. 1.5 months by clearing banking. Many people are trying 2 years also, they are not able to clear.
Sir, I think it comes from like because I was very academically inclined. It wouldn't be fair for them like if I compare myself because I've been very academically inclined. Like my sports background is zero. Like till fifth standard, I wasn't allowed to go out and play. So
Not
like in
allowed to
house,
go out and play means stay in the house only.
stay house and read. Like in LKG, I was my mom had studied till 10th, so I was sent to tuition to write ABCD in tuition since LKG. So yeah,
Okay.
so
What
yes.
does your father do?
Sir, he's a lawyer, sir.
He's a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
Then,
So I was academically inclined. So it's in at least in certain kind of exams, I know I can crack it. So it takes time, but I can crack it, sir. So that's
hmm,
the idea.
okay. Great. Your video got frozen. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I can't see you now. You're audible but not visible.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
now you're visible. Great.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, okay, that's very interesting. So, there was no sports at all, even after fifth. Was there something on sports or extracurricular must be there?
In high school, I started playing, sir.
Okay, what?
In high school, I started playing, and after
Okay.
that, in 11th and 12th, again it was like again you have to study because you have to
So
get into a
means
good.
you played, but there is nothing to showcase as a sports
No,
achievement.
no, sir.
And
Like
anything in extracurricular side?
in extracurricular in engineering, I joined two clubs. One was the economic swing club, Karyavartha in ACM. So I did two couple of projects there. One was on U.S. and China trade war, and the second one was analyzing the macroeconomic policies of Germany, Canada, and U.S. and comparing it with India. So that was two couple of projects, and I was also part of ECEL. I was the head of media group, the Instagram and social media manager. And after that, I was also part of Fest and everything else. So when I got the opportunity, I used it completely. When I didn't, I just didn't. So yes,
So that also clears one myth here. Many people think that if I'm not done well in sports or not done exceptionally good in extracurricular, my chances of recommendation is not good.
yes,
So it actually doesn't matter. It's how well
yes,
you use your time. If you used it
yes,
good in academics, it's even better.
yes, sir.
Great. So your finally recommendation happened in which month?
So April 25th, sir.
So from April to
Yes, sir.
September. How was life? What have you been doing?
Sir, I had injured myself in April. I fell from a commando walk.
You told me.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
fell down from there?
yeah. I fell from there, and after that, I completed three more tasks. But I fell. So it was a pretty bad sprain.
Oh,
So yeah, I took like 3 months. Right now, it just recovered. Like 3 4 weeks, I started
so how
running
did
again.
you clear medicals?
Sir, medicals like it was sprained, like he didn't see it properly. Like, so it wasn't
It
swollen
means
or
there was
anything.
no damage. The
There's no
pain was
external damage. It was
ah
just internal ligament tears.
yes,
So
ligament.
yes, sir. Yeah, so that happened. So I was recovering from that. Right now, I'm able to run and everything. So
How
yeah,
is your father telling you now what?
sir. First when I told him that he was still expecting me to go to bank job and not this, and when I finally
Acha, when
told,
did this bank thing came? In the same time?
sir, I got my results on April 1st,
April 1st you got bank and which April did you get recommended?
25th, sir.
Okay.
So
So
he was like, "Do you still have to go?" And he was like, "No one will take care of us in our old age. You'll be gone."
okay.
He was speaking like in that terms. So I was like, "No, I have to take this job. This is one of what I have dreamt for a really long time." So there's no convincing as such. I told him my decision, and he just accepted it. So that's been like a pretty standard thing in our house. So after that, yeah, I've been traveling a lot and going to my farm and just trying to stay fit, working out. Other than that, it's pretty normal chill life. It's been the same routine, so nothing has changed. But I'm just excited to go to it again.
You excited? Great.
Yes.
And how about your friends? How are they
Uh,
responding to it? How many people got motivated?
Sir, one of my friends just attended SSB. Like right now, she's in FSB Mysore. Like
Okay.
she's going through the process.
Uh, do
And
you think you'll make it?
sir, if she tries, yeah, she can make it. Sir. I think she will make it. We'll never know about their performance inside because
Of
some people
course.
might get nervous.
It's
Yes,
so
sir.
dynamic.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Another friend was very proud of me that I achieved my dream. So like it's been like feeling happy and proud and everything. It's that
Out of
mode.
happiness.
Yes, sir.
Great. So, anything, Yashash, that you'd like to say to the people who are, trying, and particularly the ones who are trying for a very long time? What is
Yes, sir.
one advice?
Sir, the main advice I would give is every time you go and come and you don't get recommended, I want you to just introspect and to learn each and step. Because in April 1st, April 5th, I got conferenced out in Gandhinagar. Like I knew GTO was my problem in group task of in GD. I tried to dominate others, So that didn't help with the group dynamics. So that's why I got cornered out, and that's how why I got conference out. But in April 25th, I was so confident that I knew I would get recommended. I
What
knew for a
made
fact
you,
I would get it.
what
I was
made
that
you think?
confident because it was almost flawless throughout the process. Like, because I've been through, like, this is my fourth fifth attempt, but every time I failed. I knew where I did my mistake. I knew where I had to fix myself, where I need to improve myself. So I kept fixing that. This time I felt like I need to get recommended. I did. So the process is introspection and getting better every time.
How
Like,
to introspect? Now, this is a very vague term. So, I would like to know from you, okay, how to introspect your own performance. You really don't know what went wrong in psychology. You really don't know what went wrong in literary, also, I believe.
sir,
So,
with
what do you
proper
do?
guidance, I did understand from your guidance because, like, I'll give examples in psych, sir. In psych, in SRTs, I always do 60 SRTs. That was not a problem.
Okay, okay.
In
Since you have said, tell me the key. How do you write 60 out of 60? What do you think should be written and what should not be written?
Sir, first immediate response,
Yeah.
first thing that comes to your mind, just write it and just go to the next one. Don't write two sentences. You'll never make it in life.
That is, I think, the major mistake people do. They try
Yes,
to impress the psych by writing little extra.
yes, sir.
That is good, but then that takes away the time.
The time. Yes, sir. Like, for example, in SRTs, you get 6 7 about accidents. Accidents, pretty standard answer is first aid, ambulance, and that's it. There's nothing else to write. So why would you write extra, like, and waste your time? Like, it doesn't make
Absolutely.
sense.
Absolutely.
In picture, I used to get stuck in 2 3 pictures, and where one person is following the another person, and I used to be very distressing kind of a person. So I was like, I used to write a negative story. Someone has stolen something. Someone has done something wrong. I used to go in that region. And later, after a couple of attempts and your mentorship, I realized, like, you don't have to be so distrustful of people. Like, they might be
Trusting.
just friends.
Trust
Yeah, they
should
might
be
be
there.
just
Yeah,
friends.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
They might be just friends. And if I used to, yeah, if a single person is walking, I used to get blank. Like, why is he just walking? I was like, what kind of person can just go think about something and just walk? So those are some small things I try to fix in my life also, because that's been a problem. So that's how you get better. So you need to first, if you have to introspect, have to know what your actions are.
Okay.
Like, you should be very self-aware, like what you're doing, and then start loving yourself, because
Mhm.
whatever might have happened in your life, because as I said, I didn't get much opportunity in sports, so I didn't just hold on to that. I didn't get, and I wasn't resentful of it, but I had other things to show, like my academics or some co-curricular activity I did in my college. So that's how you can balance out things, but for that you have to love yourself and not dislike yourself or hate yourself for not what opportunities you have not given or gotten. So that's how you the introspection starts, according to me at least.
Quite good. What did you learn in GTO? And what you said, like in Air Force, I realized I was overwhelmed.
Yes, sir.
How should you
So,
go about? What changes did you make?
sir, in group discussion, the problem was in group discussion. That's how I got cornered out. And in command task, no one called me
Cornered
to
out
help
means what?
because they felt I was too dominating.
Ah.
Then I
So no
realized,
one, no one called you in command task in Air Force.
no, 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 sir, because I was cornered out because of it. That was a very
The group kind of isolated you.
yeah. So that affected my social adaptability because I knew like that would happen. So I spoken about you about this, but in group discussion, what I realized was
Hmm.
it is not test of your knowledge. It is the test of your cooperation. That's the main thing I got. So I later improved on that. So now I just follow 3 steps. One, 4 5 points I tell about whatever I have told, like whatever I feel about the topic. And the second part is someone will be telling a good point. Adding on to gentleman chess number dash, I'll add 2 3 more points. And someone will always tell a bad point. Then I'll be like, I disagree with gentleman, so and so, another 3 4 points. So this is how I thought I can build cooperation, and that actually helped in my Bangalore role SSB, sir, which I got recommended. So in group discussion, this is what it is.
Basically, that is the kind of introspection that one can do. Okay?
Yes,
Wherein, and probably that is where the role of the mentor only is this much. This is where probably you need a minor correction.
yes,
Everyone is, I believe, very close to recommendation, but just that minor mistakes keeps moving here
yes,
and there.
yes.
Great, Yashash, great. Good talking to you. Anything else that you'd like to say before we close this session to anybody?
No, sir. I just want to thank you a lot, sir, for
Thank
helping me.
you, Radha, and thanks for your time. And looking forward to see you in uniform and do well. And I'm so proud of you. And
Yes, sir.
I hope you enjoy your tenure. And then let's see where the life takes. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Jai
Bye,
Hind.
bye. Jai Hind, sir.